the nation, the entire country. You're on it right now with the Cheap Seats Saturday morning sports show.
Worldwide.
We are worldwide. Hey, look who's back. Furniture Jake back on the air because we're missing one of our solid players today. One of our solid players. Tell them who it is, Furniture.
Well, he's on the DL. Supposed to be back probably in a week, 2 weeks, maybe 4. He's under contract.
Where
we
is that
got him
clown?
under contract. Let's just.
You don't know.
He's having a mani-pedi day.
He probably is at some.
He is having
like
it.
isn't he?
He had this scheduled for weeks. A couple of his buddies and him, they're going to get mani-pedis. They're going to sip mimosas while they're doing it. I mean, sounded like a day. He wanted to know if either one of us wanted to go, and I told him we had a show to do.
Wasn't really up our alley, was it?
No, well, we have a show to do, Joe. And
Yeah, J Mac called me because I know he likes that stuff. Too,
he's all in on that.
So it's the two of them, and then I don't know who else would have went.
Probably Joe.
Those two. Yeah, may have been. It may have been.
Got one of the Alexanders on there, and
Yeah, I'll tell you, speaking of the Alexanders, we got one coming in. He's running late. And about 9:20, we're going to have Coach Taylor Richmond. She's popping by to talk about her 10-0 Lady Railers. Oh, yeah, Taylor Richmond Roarer. I got to get over that. Taylor Roarer, I'll say it 1,000 times
I don't
wrong.
think she's hyphenating it, but whatever.
But, no, I don't think she is either. She's Taylor Roarer. Coach Roarer. I call her Coach Richmond. Anyway, her 10-0 Railers, she's going to come in and brag on those guys for a little, those ladies for a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, they're starting out the season on fire. A lot of talent on that team.
Have you seen any of the games? No.
I have not as of yet. I've gotten updates from the daughter, and she says they're impressive. So,
well, they got to be. I tell you, the impressive part is that they're rolling up some points, and we'll talk about that when she gets here. And the boys, they win last night, moves them to 6-1, right?
According to Josh Kopnick.
Yes, we did discuss that this morning, and we had to replay some stuff. And Josh, thanks again because you told us they were 6-1. In case that's wrong,
In case, yeah.
because we're wrong on here sometimes.
Yes.
And I go to Max Preps a lot for my information, and I don't know, they just don't
That's
keep
right.
up with things.
Go to maxpreps.com.
I go there for a lot of the high school information, and I'm going to tell you what, it's not always updated.
No?
No.
Oh, well.
Like I got on there today to get to.
It's hard on a show not getting proper updates.
Well, I tell you what, I pulled up the Lincoln Railer boys varsity basketball roster.
You got the
easy for me to
roster
say.
there, yeah.
Well, because I want to talk about some kids on the team,
Yeah,
and
there's
what's
kids.
going on, and there's they've got Cindy,
Throw a name out
They've
there.
got Cindy Biven listed on the team. They don't have her position listed, but she is on the team there. They're a little short, so they included all these down here and Cindy Biven.
On the staff.
Yeah, and on staff also is Keon Carson, Aiden Gowan, and Darren Stevens.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A lot of good kids.
They got some things wrong with Max Preps. So their messages are coming in, and here we go. Oh, there we go. J-Mac just sent in that he's getting ready to watch Coach Schonauer Bowl, the normal community. And I don't know who the other one is, but he's talking about all the Schonauers will be coaching. Hey, are you watching it live? Because we'd like you to give us updates at normal community, the Schonauer Bowl. That's good. Cheap Seats calming his nerves, he says.
Absolutely.
And Lloydie
Well,
wants you to know the Mixler app works.
That and more than likely, somebody's all up in that toe fungus he's got.
And he's got a new phone number, but if you need bowl tickets, J-Mac's got
J-Mac is
tickets
the
to
guy.
all the bowl games.
I think we got his number.
Yeah, we're going to give it out later, and we'll have it
There'll be a
live.
There'll
on
be a
our
link
YouTube.
on our YouTube station.
Yeah, but he's got tickets to all the bowl games if you want to go. I'm not sure about travel arrangements, but anything you'd like to get on there, you can.
I'm surprised he hasn't got a deal with the hotel. Kind of like at Trivago and all those. You get a deal with the hotel and the flight, booking your car rental, get it all in one. I'm surprised J-Mac hasn't.
He may
looked at
have
that.
those things. Bundling stuff as they use in the insurance industry.
That's what they're doing. They're creating a bundle.
We talk about bundling a lot in the insurance industry, and now it's everywhere. Let's talk about college football a minute. As we're talking about J-Mac and the Bulls. Like to know, what do you think of all these bowl games in college football? Because you always talk about, you're a bigger college football guy than you are
I do
an
enjoy
NFL
college
guy.
football, yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of an NFL guy. I like college football.
And you know what? Let me say this. I don't like the guys transferring, but, I mean, that's part of it. I don't know if that's
They
gonna
have to
change.
stop it at some point in time, don't they?
I'm kind of hoping,
Maybe fix it would be a better word.
change it up a little bit, something. But, I mean, in basketball, it's a little bit different because it's such a smaller team. In football, you can hang your hat on one guy and the next year he's moving to another school. So,
True.
football's just different. I don't like the transfer game there as much. So, but all the bowl games. I mean, I think it's going to be fun and exciting. The Illini's jumping back in there again this year. So, that gives us something to look forward to. But it's on the 2nd, if I'm thinking right.
Well, we hadn't got that far yet, but you're right. You kind of cheated ahead on me. I was going to kind of go through some of the bowl games.
Cyber jumping on you.
But, yeah, that's like the let's go there. You've went there. How on earth did they schedule Illinois for 11 o'clock on January 2nd?
On January 2nd, yeah.
In Florida.
And that's the 2nd's Monday?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. New Year's Day's on a Sunday.
Yeah, New Year's Day's on a Sunday.
Most people are heading back to work on Monday
That's
because
exactly
their
right.
holidays are over with.
Yeah.
It's a federal holiday the next day.
The next day is a federal holiday,
What?
we're being told.
So that is a federal holiday that day? Oh, well, there you go then.
First is on a Sunday.
Oh, so there you
There
go.
you go.
So really then no one goes back to work till Tuesday. So see, we were wrong. But I
Not
still
ever.
say...
I mean, I'm going to almost guarantee the furniture store's open that day.
Well, yeah, but will the owner be there?
The owner will be there.
I thought it'd be a nice trip, Florida.
Some
Get
kind
out
of
there. Yeah, they're heading to Florida, Illinois football was fun this year, and I know that everybody,
It has
if they would have lost a few games in the beginning and then won and gotten a bowl game, everybody'd be happy. But we all got a little overexcited on what we were going to pull off, and then it led to disappointment, which I thought was kind of wrong. I thought Illinois football was going in the right direction.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, for me, it really wasn't disappointment. Yeah, you wanted to win those games.
Well, all of a sudden, we thought we were, beating Ohio State and beating Michigan and winning.
And me being. So I'm not really an Illini football. I'm an Illini football fan, but I'm not like that's not my team. I don't really have a college football team. I'm kind of new to this college football enjoyment, to be honest. I was an NFL guy for years and never paid attention to college football. Now I'm paying more attention to it. I really like a lot of teams. Ole Miss, Tennessee. You can jump all over the board in college football, which is kind of fun. I enjoyed Illinois, but I was watching them with clear eyes. I didn't have any haze over them. I'm not thinking this team's superstars. No, they're a solid team, and if they work their game plan, they could beat just about anybody. And they have worked their game plan really well, especially in the first part of the season, minus that Indiana game right off the bat. However, they worked their game plan all year long, and it worked to perfection. Towards the end there, they made a couple mistakes, got out of what they normally do, and they lost a couple games. But still, I mean, this bowl's legitimate. I mean, they earned the right to be there, and I think Illinois, with the recruits they have coming in, they're a legitimate contender coming down the road. I can see that, I think.
Yeah, that's what I think. In the beginning of the year, if you would have asked anyone if they thought, Illinois is going to play for the Big Ten championship and all that, they would have said no.
Yeah.
But then we got out there a little bit, and everybody thought, well,
Two
we're
weeks
going
left.
to.
2 weeks left, and you're thinking, we got a shot.
Yeah, I thought it was a great season.
Yeah.
I mean, to tell you the truth. Some of these bowls, though, I think this is creating the which I like the playoff system. I mean, I don't like it. It needs adjusted, and I guess it's going to.
Yeah.
And so that part of it, I think, is good. The playoff thing's good, and I think it's going to be even better when they add the teams in 24 and have more teams involved. But it really is going to take away from the bowl games, and it's already done that. There's like a dozen people now that the bowl games are just meaningless, and they're going to sit and not risk an injury before they go to a combine and play in the NFL, which is what they should do. And the guy I remember doing it first was McCaffrey, I believe. McCaffrey, he set out of that Rose Bowl because it was meaningless, and it meant big deal to him, and obviously it has. He's went
Yeah.
on in the pros, and he's a star. But that's just
It would have
happening
been
more and
either
more.
way, though. If he would have
Well, he
played,
could have got hurt. I mean,
absolutely.
his dad's
could
a
get
NFL
hurt.
player and
He
said,
could
"Don't
get
do it,
hurt
son."
Falling off the stationary bike.
Oh.
I mean, didn't that happen to a guy not too long ago?
Well, we had Vince Coleman get ran over by the turf.
Got
one time,
ran
but-
over
but
by the
that
turf.
thing's
I mean-
flying. You know, when that turf is going on there, I mean, it's going 100 miles an hour, Vince. You're not going to get out of the way of that.
No, as fast as he was.
Especially a slow guy like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. There had to be a little something more involved
Yeah,
there, right?
you know, you look back in the history, I guess, of college football, and like I said, I was never a college football guy, but I remember New Year's Day getting up and watching as many games as I possibly could. You know, it was always fun. There was some excitement about it just because, it's the Rose Bowl. Oh, it's the Orange Bowl, you know.
Yeah.
Those were fun. Now, and with that being
The Rose
said-
Bowl is my favorite.
Oh yeah, 100%. And with that being said, as the years has gone on, I feel like they did some shuffling and whatnot, and it kind of got played out. It wasn't as exciting as it used to be. Then they introduced this playoff system. All of a sudden, well, that's exciting. Playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs.
Can't believe Jim went on that one.
No, they didn't get Lloyd's over there buried in texting.
Playoffs?
There you go. See, you're on it, Jim.
But this playoffs has made it a little more exciting down here at the end of the season. So expanding that, I can see that being a good way to go. You're taking away from the actual bowl games, and maybe the bowl matchups aren't what they used to
But
be.
I still think that, well, you can't take away from the advertising, and it's a big deal in Las Vegas for the gambling.
Huge.
And the kid or the schools make a lot of money off of these people that host it, which is really.
And the conferences.
I mean, when you go through some of these things, the Bahamas Bowl, which why wouldn't a school just want to play in it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. The absolute worst bowl there is, I want to be there. Yeah, 100%.
The Cure Bowl, the Fenway Bowl, the Celebration Bowl, Las Vegas Bowl, the L.A. Bowl, the Lending Tree Bowl, New Mexico Bowl, Frisco Bowl. You know, is that from Hardee's? The Frisco
Yeah,
sandwich.
absolute Frisco
You know, I mean, the bowl games just got out of control with
Well, and what is
the
this?
famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Look at this one. The J-Mac Ticketmaster Bowl.
Yeah, the Ticketmaster Bowl.
He's got his own bowl.
And there's only one team in it. I think they split sides and they scrimmage.
No, there's only one team in it, and it looks like Fruity Pebbles. That's the kind of bowl he's
so
gonna have.
enjoy yourself. So the bowl games, I think it's going in the right direction with having the more teams in it, 24. And I don't know what happens to all the bowl games. Maybe they go away, and then people just talk about how we used to have bowl games.
You look at the excitement though of some teams that aren't there right now, but I mean they've played as if a couple times this year as if they could have been. You know, LSU being one, or maybe you get an Auburn or Tennessee that's outside looking in. There's some teams like that that are now have a chance at the end of the year, whereas they faltered. A lot of times they falter mid to late in the year, whereas if they would have done it at the beginning of the year, they would have been right there again.
Yeah.
So it's exciting for a lot of schools, and open it up a little bit more and give them a chance, I guess.
Well, my buddy's son is the kicker for Illinois, Caleb Griffin. So root for him. But it's a big deal to him. I mean, they get a lot of gifts, and they get to fly out to Florida and hang around for a week and all that. So it's great for the kids.
Yeah, that's what the college kids are thinking. Just hang around there for a week in Florida.
Well, yeah,
No
they're sunning a little bit,
We're using the sun.
picking up some iPads and different
Maybe
gifts.
playing some touch football on the beach.
Just hanging out.
Hanging out.
That's what they do. Remember who won the Super Bowl? They went hanging out on the boat. Remember that a few years ago?
Oh, yeah. Throwing the trophy from one boat to the other.
Yeah.
Was that Brady?
Brady threw that.
To Gronk.
Hey, Brady's back. We'll talk NFL later. So anyway, we may come back and discuss some bowl games, and Coach Taylor Rohr is going to be here in a little bit. See, I got that right. And we're going to go to a break right now, and we'll be back.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
Alzheimer's, it was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
This is Ben Davis, and you're listening to Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, Jim, Lloyd, and Shabadoo. Shabadoo! On 96.3 FM WLCN.
to Men. That was some Joe Satriani there, Surfing with an Alien.
Thought I had.
You ever listen to that, Coach Rohrer? I have. You know, it's all right. I'll get you some stuff.
Did you also think it was Boys to Men?
She doesn't know what that is either.
I have no idea.
She's too young.
She does too. Know Boys to Men are. Do you?
She may have heard of them.
No?
I know Boys to Men.
Yeah, okay. Well, why don't you two sing a song then?
I couldn't name one of their songs.
Okay, good.
But
Thank you for that.
I do know who they are.
Thank you. Hey, welcome back to the Cheap Seats. We're back here at at Country Financial, and we have the Mellow Cream behind us today. Pretty nice banner that we have, brand new. And we're joined now by, I'm just going to go ahead and say it so that I can mess it up, Coach Richmond. And but it's Rohrer now, but I say Richmond all the time.
That's fine. The girls say Richmond too.
They do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mess it up all the time, but it really is Coach Rohrer, and she's going to be having a little one pretty soon.
Yep,
so,
baby boy on the way.
Well, there you go. Good for you guys, and I bet everybody's excited about that. Huh?
Yes,
I bet they are. Hey, we're going to get to this. You can't hear me still? Okay, Jim's fixing things. We have a lot of wires here.
What in the world's going on?
But you can hear me without those, correct? So
yeah, I can.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
I'll talk a little louder. Okay. Let's talk. We're going to get to this 10-0 basketball team, but I'd sure like for you to run down, like I printed off a roster with some of these kids. And you're young.
Yeah, we're young.
There's not a senior on the team.
I have senior managers, and they're amazing.
Throw their names out there. That's why.
Jaden Toft and Kip Dunham are my two senior managers, and then I also have Ryan Fruget and Tamari Presser. So
good.
I've got a really
good basketball players back in the day.
I've got some great managers.
Yeah,
good for you. And you need that, huh?
Yes.
There needs a lot of help. And you have a new assistant coach going, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Corey Farmer.
Does he know anything about basketball, or
just a little bit?
A little bit.
No, he's been great.
I was going to say farmer. It just doesn't ring a bell with basketball, does it?
Are they from this area?
Yeah. Corey's done it all, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So he does a great job.
Good for you. And now we've rolled out. If you want to talk about any of these kids individually yet? See, I brought them I don't want to put you on the spot, but I just pulled this up so we could look at things. Yeah. I was amazed at how young you are, and you're carrying 4 freshmen on varsity. Yep. Which, I mean, when you talk about the future, that's what it is.
Absolutely. And, our freshmen are getting minutes because we're playing so well. So, they are getting varsity minutes, and they're doing a really good job. So it's pretty exciting to see these young kids. It's hard to go from junior high basketball and step on a varsity floor. That's a huge transition.
In anything.
And they're handling it really well. So that's pretty exciting.
Oh, absolutely. In anything, it's tough to step out of 8th grade and be playing with someone that's, 4 years older than you.
Absolutely.
Possibly.
Absolutely.
For the most part. I always say it in football. It's tough to grab a kid out of 8th grade and have him go over there and play against a kid that's got a beard.
Right.
That's tough. It's hard to do. I mean,
that's fair.
They don't grow beards on your side, but, yeah, they're much more mature and stronger and athletic.
Yeah.
I see that we have a Frobe leading the way, right?
Yes.
We knew that was coming.
Absolutely.
Right?
What an incredible player, and honestly, an even more incredible human being. Just a great kid. So all around, great basketball player. I mean, you can't deny that. Top stats across the board for her, but even more than that, she's a really good person.
Well, that's the whole key to life.
Yeah.
And I know that, was it Bloomington? She had 49 in?
She did. She broke Stacy Cook's record there.
Wow. And Stacy Cook, that's back in my day.
Yeah. And, I mean, now Chloe did not play the fourth quarter. So she did it in 3, which was pretty incredible. We were really proud. We were really excited for her. We've actually broken 2 records this year. Jenna Bowman broke the 3-point record for a single game.
I didn't know that.
So she had 9 in Pana against... Oh, I can never say it. I think Gillespie. I don't know.
We left it alone. Did you know the 2 of us didn't even try?
The girls always correct me. I'm always wrong.
We needed Scott Kirby here. He could have butchered that up real good.
Real good for you.
Give us a call, Scott. Tell us how they pronounce that, would you? But you're okay. So then I was looking at some of this stuff on Max Preps, and what I was impressed with was this, and I'll just say a few things here. 76 against Mattoon, 78 against Gillespie. however you want to say it.
I'm glad he
73 against Richland County, 76 against Bloomington, 72 against Taylorville. Those are big numbers.
They are. We've been. I just think that the girls play so well together. We get open looks. They know how to get each other the ball. We're a decent shooting team. There's no doubt about it. I mean, and we are multidimensional. I have players that like to attack the basket and pull. I have players that can shoot the three. Chloe loves to go in for the layup. It's just when you're multidimensional like that, you're getting multiple looks. You're hard to guard. So
sure,
it's been fun.
And the Frobies could all go to the hoop.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
they're great at that.
They had a quick first step, and here they go.
Yes.
And then going on the other side of that, a few numbers that stand out are 16 points, 13 points, 16 points. So is that a credit to your defense, or a little bit of both? On maybe the other team's not as talented?
I would say it's definitely a credit to our ability to play defense.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Our girls also ball control. I mean,
our girls.
Well, you're rolling up 75, 76 points on the other side and holding the other team to 16. That's a huge difference.
Our girls are good offensive players, but even more than that, it's probably the hardest working team I've ever had. Last year too. So last year and this year. I mean, but you're returning a lot of the same kids. So, and they play really hard defense. And we're small and they rebound really well. So.
Is that yours?
It's fine.
It's okay. We hadn't heard that noise before. It's fine.
I thought it was my Ring camera.
It is my Ring camera.
Oh,
that's exactly what it is.
What is going on? Someone's there. You're getting gifts delivered.
Hopefully.
Well, that spouse of yours has got all these things going there while you're gone. So
right.
There you go. I know. That's what I do. But those are outstanding numbers. You're scoring in the 70s and holding teams in the teens.
And I mean, realistically, our younger girls are playing a lot of those minutes because, I can't, when we're up by that much, you can't leave your first five in.
No.
So our young girls are adding to that. That's not just, Chloe and Becca and Taryn and, Piper and Tori and Jenna. That is, now you're looking down and you're looking at your 4 freshmen and you're one other sophomore, and that's them.
That's fun.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you like to get up and down the court? Are you pushing?
Oh yeah. When we can, we push for sure. I don't want to set up in a half court offense if I don't have to.
And have you played in a team now that also wanted to push? I guess, you know what I mean? Or is everybody looking at you and trying to slow you down?
I think everybody wants to slow us down a little bit. Now, I'd say Taylorville pushed. What a great ball club. They played us really tough.
Yeah,
so they've got some incredible shooters. They've got a big kid inside. It was a battle. So, and we'll see him again. I mean, there's a possibility we could see him 2 more times. So.
Yeah, I did talk to somebody about that, said you could see those guys in tournament play and running up the ladder.
Yeah.
Around here, I mean, let's talk about the ranking. That's a big deal. When's the last time you guys were ranked?
We were ranked at the end of the year last year, towards the end, but not to begin with. I mean, that is, I don't think since I've been here, maybe when.
Well, back when I know that we had, and I didn't catch it last year, we got ranked at the end, but you popped into 8 or something?
I think we moved up to 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah, I think Corey sent me that the other day. I never look. He sends it to me.
Well, and you know what? You don't. I mean, there's all different kinds of ways of looking at it. Some people say it's meaningless. Some people say it's everything.
Right.
But it is a big deal to the school and your kids and the coaches. It's a big deal.
It's a credit to the girls and how hard they've worked and where we're at. And that's all them. That's everything that they've done to get to this point. I mean, they didn't walk into high school and become great basketball players. They were already great basketball players. We've just helped hone those skills and continue to help build them, So that's a lot of fun.
And on the other side of it, it's great stuff to hang up in the locker room when they're playing the Railers. Here's a ranked team. So these teams are getting up for you.
Right. Oh, yeah. We have a target on our back. There's no doubt about that. And the girls are good with it. They want that target. They want to be challenged. I think Chloe said it really well on Channel 1450. Having a target on our back, people coming to play us really well, it's just going to make us better in the long run. And she's 100% right. We want to be challenged. We want to play those games where we're going to be pushed.
Yeah, I did see the thing on 14. That's a long way down there.
It's a long way. Yeah, so it'll be a fun bus ride. I'm sure the girls will have all their phone gadget things, iPads and stuff ready to go.
Thank goodness, huh?
I saw one of my players walking in before I came here, and she had looked like schoolwork, so good time to get some homework done.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a perfect time to get some schoolwork done.
I mean,
get back with us on how many of them had schoolwork with them.
The girls on my team, they're National Honor Society. They're getting the grades. Okay, 2-hour bus ride, what a great opportunity to get some schoolwork done, and I love that mentality, so that's okay.
And that comes from the coaching staff.
Oh, I don't know. I think that comes from them.
Parents, maybe a little bit of the parents.
So, obviously, probably favorites in the conference this year. Tell us your toughest opponent. Who's coming up?
Effingham will be tough. I think we play them next Friday. And then, Taylorville could give us another run. They could easily beat us next time. Mount Zion's going to be good. We see them, I think, Tuesday. So, you know what? The thing about the Apollo is, I know, a lot of people were really mad when we moved there, but for girls basketball, it's a really good conference. And across the board, we're always challenged. And now, of course, teams have ebbs and flows where you'll have a down year and then maybe an up year. But right now, Matt Toon gave us a game the first time we played him. We didn't pull ahead until we ended up winning by 30, but we didn't pull ahead till, 6 minutes to go in the game. And
that's good. You need that.
Yeah. What a credit to the conference we're in right now and how good the girls basketball program is across the board.
So you excited about moving to that Central State area?
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm ready.
Rides are shorter.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the CS8.
I think the CS8's fun.
Yeah.
It really is.
School's right around the corner everywhere you go. Yeah.
And you can build those rivalries or bring them back.
Right. When you're closer to a team, it's easier to have a rivalry because the kids want to go or, the fans want to come and see. It just builds it. You want to beat certain teams. You want to beat every team, but there's always ones you want to beat more than the other. So it's good.
Well, you're off and running at 10-0, so that's congratulations.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff. Good stuff.
I talked to a couple of the high school kids that have been going to your games, and they go to the boys' games as well, but they said, man, this year it's so much fun to go to the girls' games. I was like, really? They're like, Jake, they're running up and down the floor. It's nonstop. She's, it's like you can't go to the restroom. You can't go get something to eat because they're going to score 8 points while you're gone.
What a compliment! That's awesome.
I was like, that's fun though, and the students are seeing it, and as the year goes along and these numbers keep coming, you're going to see the fan base piling in there, and we're going to,
I hope so.
You hate to say that it's not that way right off the bat, but as they fall in love with your team because of what you guys are doing,
right?
It's going to make it a lot of fun for the fans to get out there and watch every game. So
thank you. I appreciate it.
Great. I love how you're pushing the ball.
Yeah, we like.
Court,
yeah, we like.
Yeah,
that's just. That's the way I like basketball to be played.
So, are you worried about a shot clock? Would that be it?
The old shot clock debacle. That's got to change.
It depends on the team that you have. Right now, I have a team that could play with a shot clock. I've got players that can create their own shot. What a great thing. What happens when those, the group of 12 I have now graduates? Then what happens? Like, are we going to have kids that can create their own shot in 40 seconds? I don't know. Yeah. And then you're really looking at an expansion of these scores. Like, that 78 could be 100 to 10. If you play a team that doesn't have a scorer on their team and the team that's maybe a little bit stronger is able, they have to put the ball up because they only have 40 seconds. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you can waste that whole 40 seconds, but you're gonna have to put the ball up eventually.
And you're gonna force them to take bad shots,
right?
Or make bad passes right at the end.
Right.
Try to get to a better shooter.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't know. So right now, it would be a challenge, don't get me wrong, but we have the players that can create their own shots, and so that's fun. But I don't know once they can't anymore. I just think it's a lot for high school basketball. I think especially boys play a little bit more, so the gap isn't as big between maybe a strong boys program and maybe one who's building. But for girls, the gap is pretty big, and
Yes, I'm not. I don't coach basketball, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't like it because I feel like it takes away from the high school atmosphere.
I agree. I think it should be left in college, but I don't get to make those decisions.
No.
I don't get paid the big bucks to do that. So I'm just going to do what I'm told.
Oh, you get paid big bucks, just not to do that.
Move forward.
Well, they don't. You never know. They may try it for a while and then tweak it, and it'll be okay.
Right. And sometimes you try things, they don't work out, or sometimes you try things, then you gotta 40 seconds becomes 50 seconds or whatever. So, and that would be probably pretty.
So, where does this? Do you know the background of why this is being pushed on them?
No idea.
I don't either.
Trying to make sports more fun.
I guess maybe to not for teams that hold the ball more, try to really slow the game down, maybe. Yeah. But I just think that.
But if that's the kids you have,
right, and if that's the style of basketball you play, then there's nothing wrong with that. You have to play the style of basketball that you can with the kids that you have, and you have to stay true to your beliefs. And if you can't do those things because the shot clock is implemented, then everything changes.
Sure, and I believe you take it. I don't know that at a college you're recruiting, you're bringing those kids.
Right.
You've got the best, and so does that school, and so does that school. But I think in high school you're playing with the kids that live there.
Absolutely.
And it's not.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think it's a great fit.
I mean, I don't either, but like I said, I just got to do what I'm told, right?
Right. Now we're going. I don't know how long you have.
Bus leaves at 10. I have somebody there, so I have coverage.
We have a couple of things we wanted to bring up. You got a fundraiser that's going to go on.
Yes. So
tell us about it.
It's just at El Maz. So if you eat at El Maz this coming Wednesday, then they will give us a portion of the proceeds.
Oh,
so pretty simple. Just go have dinner with your family, your friends, and the Lady Railer program will get a portion of that. So
and that's what day?
Wednesday.
That's Wednesday. So get out there. They took it away from Taco Tuesday. That place is jammed on that day.
That's smart on their part. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
So yes, but
Margarita Wednesdays.
Yeah, get out, have some margarita. The more you drink, the higher your bill. The more they get, so get out there.
Quick thing for you. I know it's kind of cyber jumping. Yeah, I know you like to push your kids to play other sports, be well-rounded athletes. I have heard that you're really pushing them hard towards softball this year. Is that true?
I think that the kids need to do what they love. So I'm sure a couple softball players. I have one for sure.
Yep.
And then
let me say this.
Becca does her running and
Taryn last year made a switch to where she became a slap hitter last year.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've heard about this.
Yeah, we've had a couple conversations about it.
So I've paid attention to softball for quite a while, and to make that transition at that age, you have to be a very good athlete.
Oh, she is, absolutely.
And unbelievable. And boy, at the end of the year, she was tough. I mean, one of the toughest outs we had on the team. It was fantastic.
That's awesome.
Fantastic to watch. And,
that's awesome.
And you know how good she is on the basketball court, so it's fun to see her, excel at other sports
Absolutely.
as well. So.
Absolutely. I love to see the girls excel at everything they do. The more they do, the better athlete they're going to be.
Well, I was just going to bring that up. When you go down this roster, every young lady on here is an athlete.
Oh, yeah.
You have a team full of athletes.
Absolutely.
Which is what every coach would like to have.
Right, absolutely.
Get an athlete over here, we'll work with you, but we need an athlete over here.
Just give me an athlete. We'll figure it out.
You're loaded with them.
Yes.
Good. I know probably the best one out there is Piper Whiteman from Kirk, but I mean, because I know he's listening.
I love Piper. What a great kid.
Yeah, I mean, and that athleticism from his dad, wow. Let's move along. He just sent me a text. That's why I know he's listening. Let's talk about the Ryan Williams Memorial now. Another thing that you're involved in.
Yes. So I don't know. What do you want to know?
Well, I would say the event is next Saturday, December 17th.
It is. So it is. We call it Ryan Williams Memorial Hunt, and the guys and gals, whoever hunts, they go out in their groups and they hunt, and then everybody comes back to the Turner's farm and
Paul and Carrie Turner's farm.
Yes,
I have some notes here.
Yes, and
lunch is at noon.
Yes, and we put catering food, and
I've got Nick Bay bringing some things out.
Yep.
They've got Nick Gazzardo bringing out some French onion soup, which is delicious.
Absolutely.
And Deb Rohr's desserts, and
Yep.
those are delicious.
Yep. And then a couple of the guys will, they're going to cook pork chops and chicken. It is for a fee because almost all the proceeds will go towards a fund for his children, for college or to start life or whatever.
Harper and Barrett.
Yes. And then this year we are actually going to donate a chunk of those proceeds to the Humane Society. And because Ryan loved this town so much, and he always gave back. And so now after this will be our third year of running this, and we're kind of in a place where we feel, and Allie Williams, his wife, also feels that it's time to start giving back. And so we kind of let her make the decision on where she thought he would like to donate, and that's the place that we chose this year.
Oh,
and
yeah, I think he'd love that.
Yes, he would. He was a big animal lover, and so.
And everyone knows the Williams family and Ryan, gosh.
Yes.
Great people, and they've been giving back to the community for years.
Absolutely. What a great
through
family.
everything they do. So.
Yes. So we'll have like bucket prizes, like buy raffle tickets. If you're a hunter, we do we'll have a longest tail feather award. And then we do a bird dog of the day if you're hunting with a dog. So it's a big thing, and it's a lot of fun, and to kind of gather together with everyone that loved Ryan. And so anybody who loved Ryan is welcome. You don't have to be a hunter to come. Just come have lunch with us. Lunch will start at noon. Hunters need to check their birds in by 1 so that we can get the awards ready to go. And
who won that last year? Would you remember?
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
I just wondered.
You know what? Neil would know, but I have no clue. Or Paulie would know, but I don't know.
I just wondered. And Paulie did say it was okay to give his phone number out.
Oh,
so if
okay.
you had questions, this and that, so you can get hold of Paulie Turner at 737-2005. And if you need more information or if you need directions out there to that, it's kind of like that show. It's kind of like Yellowstone out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
So close,
yeah. So if you need directions out to Yellowstone, Paulie can help you.
And we'll have T-shirts for sale.
Yes,
and we also have a big list of sponsors that have helped us out in one way or the other. So that's pretty cool. So, and the prizes are pretty great. I help shop for them myself, so they're pretty great. So.
And this is the third one.
This is our third one.
Yeah. So we're hoping it can grow. First one was like out at your.
It was at our
house.
Yes, it was at our house. It was kind of a little bit smaller. It was still during COVID times, so we kind of kept it on the hush. But last year it just really exploded because we were able to get more people together, and we could put it inside. The first year was like open garage. It was really cold. So
toughens you up a little bit.
Yeah, but this year, last year, yeah, it's grown. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so get a hold of Paulie Turner. You got questions, 737-2005. He can answer them, or some of them. And Paulie, you got to answer the phone when you see a number that's not one you know. We're not going to go through that thing, okay? And Coach, thanks for being on with us today. I know you got to get going.
Thanks for having me.
You're 10-0.
Yep.
You're walking on top. You know what I'm saying? Good for you. Target's on your back. I'm sure these girls love it. I'm sure the parents are having a great time with it. So, when it's all going right, it's great. 10-0.
10-0.
All right.
Yep.
Good for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us today. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back and talk about something. Stay with us.
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
The inventory reduction sale is in full swing at Jake's Furnishings in Lincoln, and you'll save for every room in your home. Top quality furniture for every room in your house will create a stunning new look while saving you hundreds of dollars. Choose from top quality Ashley brand sofas, including recliners, plush sectionals, complete dining room sets, and handsome bedroom outfits fit for a king. And what better than the perfect mattress than Bemco for the best night's sleep. At Jake's Furnishings, all Bemco mattresses are on sale now, including plush, luxury firm, and pillow top models. But hurry into Jake's now, as this inventory reduction sale won't last long. For more details, stop by the Jake's Furnishing Showroom, located at 1100 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 735-1212 and become a fan on Facebook.
FM,
Jake's Furnishing.
WLCN.
Boy.
Backstreet Boys.
Everything's a Backstreet Boys with you. Coach Rohr joined us. Very interesting interview. She's got a great basketball team rolling right now. You know what I mean?
Lincoln has a good team. They really need to make sure they get out to see this, because it's a show. It's kind of like, back in the NFL days, you had the greatest show on turf.
You did.
It's kind of like that. It's Showtime Lakers. Lincoln High School has a show, and if you're not going out there to see them, you're missing the show.
Yeah, that's fun stuff. We need one of those girls to work on dunking. We'd like to have some dunks in the game. We did talk to Coach Rohr about that, but
somebody getting down on all fours, so somebody jump off their back.
Yeah, the mellow cream dunk of the game. There you go. It's another way to get yourself a bag of donuts, right? You guys don't like the bag of donuts, do you? A sack of donuts. Sack of donuts.
Sack them.
You guys are funny. Hey, you're talking about the greatest show on turf, Kurt Warner. Did you see that his son actually played for Kansas State?
I did not.
And they had that big upset win, and they ran a little shot of Kurt in the stands, and he was jumping up and down and clapping, and I was surprised that like his seat wasn't like premier. Like his seat was kind of in the corner of the end zone, which I thought was I thought, that he'd be standing on the sideline or something, but he was sitting his family up in the corner of the end zone, but yeah.
Now, did Kurt go play for Kansas State and get cut?
No, I don't think so. No, I think you're wrong.
Go watch the movie. He went to one college, and the coach didn't like the fact that he wanted to run the ball out of the pocket and kind of changed it all up. And I don't know.
believe it was K-State.
It was somewhere out there. It's out there.
Talking about football, there's a fun game today.
Yeah.
The Army-Navy games today.
That is fun.
And that is so cool. And I don't know if anybody...
Have you seen the jerseys?
No, I have not. They cool?
They are fantastic.
Yeah, the Army-Navy game is just cool. And we should all be watching it.
I'm telling you now.
It's at 2 o'clock today.
I want to buy the Navy uniform for this one, jersey, for this game. It's cool, man.
I'm gonna tell you what,
and they've got them for sale. You can buy the Army or Navy. The Army is a throwback to World War II uniforms, which is they're very cool and they're right as well. So I mean, it's gonna be good. The whole thing, Army Navy, is always a cool game. In the last few years, I think it's been intensified a little bit, and it's just fun.
It is fun, and I think that'd be a great Christmas gift if you would get all the staff the jerseys.
Yeah, with the names on the back.
Yeah, each other's names.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. Just put J-Mac on the call.
Jez would say he hate me.
Yeah. Well, let's. We got to get Coach Dietrich on, talk some wrestling. We haven't had a chance to get him on yet.
It'd be nice to get the football coach from Olympia on here with some of the kids with their run.
We'll get Coach Lyons on, maybe battle about some stuff. We're going to get the state champions. We're going to get some of those kids on and
a couple of them from Lincoln here, right here in town.
Yep, a couple of them from Lincoln, and we're going to get those guys on to talk and bring on Coach Allison, the new SHG coach. And we got to get the legendary Coach Ken Leonard on too, and have him tell us about what he's going to do now that he's not winning football games.
Well, let me tell you, you can have Ken Leonard on for 4 hours, and the entire show is going to be must listen to. I mean,
he's a pretty interesting guy.
He has some stories.
What he's accomplished. And, I think the Central State 8 move is going to be, I think it's all around, it's great getting back in the Central State 8. And I know that there were some complaints on football, and it's really it's why we left. We went over there to win football, and we have won in football. But it's going to be different now. They're giving Lincoln, or the conference is giving you 2 non-conference games, and so you can schedule some games in there and get a few wins, and then go to Central State 8. And the way they've separated it out, Lincoln can be very competitive in the CS8. So I think and the rides are going to be much shorter. It's going to get more people to the games.
Yeah, parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles that they'll make those trips a lot more often. You'll have a little bit better following. Those trips to like the girls are going to now, Charleston. That's a haul, man. That's a haul. And if the other team's not real competitive, as a parent or a grandparent, are you making that trip? Watch your kid who maybe, let's say, one of the starters. Are they playing 1 quarter? Are they playing 2 quarters? They're probably not playing a full game if the other team's not as competitive. You know what I'm saying? So
you just never know.
Yeah.
I went over to the state championships 2 weeks ago, I guess that's when it was, and I saw a couple of CS8 coaches, and they're very excited to get Lincoln back in and renew the rivalries and this and that. So I think CS8 is going to be great.
I think so.
Step in the right direction.
And SHG on their end, you look at their basketball programs, boy, they've really turned a corner. And they were always tough, but now they're a little
their
bit
basketball was
different.
down for a long time.
For a long time.
All of a sudden, boom.
But they were always tough. They were always strong kids that like to push around a little bit.
Yeah, and when the football kids were usually in the playoffs, so they didn't get good until some of the later months of the season, because those kids were just getting in there. But then they would peak, at the right time. And they stepped right out and won a state championship.
I was going to say, they won a state championship last year. Yeah, absolutely.
You never would have thought that SHG would win a basketball state championship.
You look from when we were in the Central State out till now, you have UHI in there. They've been competitive last few years. I think they had a state run as well. SHG's definitely stepped up and in the right direction. So you're always going to have Lanphier there, and one of the other Springfield schools will always be a solid team. So, yeah, even in the basketball realm, it's going to be a good thing for Lincoln to be in there,
I think it's all about those bus rides too, and being able to get the fans to the games.
Absolutely, and being a parent of a current softball kid, we won't be in Central State 8 when she's doing it, but at the same time, boy, those drives to the game is so much nicer when you're going to Springfield as opposed to Edwardsville.
Oh, sure.
Or not Edwardsville, but
and you've got so much time now that you can plan to stop and get something to eat.
Yeah,
it's not like you're got to get back in the car so you can get home by midnight.
Yep.
There you go. Hey, well, I think that's going to wrap it up for us today. It's 10. Jim wants us out of here. Look, he had his hand was on the music.
He is not paying us overtime.
Like to thank Coach Rohr for stopping by today. See how I got that right? Stop by and visiting with us. The 10-0 Lady Raiders head to Charleston tonight. And I don't know if the boys play tonight or not.
Well, absolutely they do.
Yeah.
6:30 start
6:30 start time. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Good day.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.